Okay, I think I'm able to get the sound back, but because I'm using my internal mic, just the laptop's mic, I don't even know where the microphone is on here. The quality is not as good, so I will try to talk a little louder. But I had just completed this problem, and um, I talked it through, but it wasn't captured on audio, so I'm just gonna do another problem now and explain as I go. So, average salaries. Compare each employee's salary with the average salary of the corresponding department. Output the department, first name, salary, along with the average salary of the department. I don't think it was supposed to have this. I don't know why, but this platform, it always, well, hold on. It doesn't always, but sometimes you'll open a prompt and already it'll give you a solution. And I don't think yeah, I have not solved this problem yet. Anyways, I have horrible short term memory. I just deleted their answer, so we will start from scratch. Um, First, let's preview the table or tables they gave me. They just gave me one, okay. We've got ID, which I assume is employee ID. Oopsies. First name, last name, age, sex, employee title, department salary, target. Is that the target? Target. Is that what they're aiming to get paid at? That can't be possible. I guess some of these targets being zero. Or maybe it's them targeting their goals. Okay, it doesn't matter because it's not one of the columns we will keep. Bonus, email, city, address, manager ID. Okay, before we get lost, let's go ahead and just take down which columns we need, which are these. So I'm assuming it'll be reordered as we will have probably name first, then department, then their salary, and then the average of the salaries in that same department. So we're going to have to aggregate the data. Let's look at how they did it. So interesting. They had department first name, salary, and then average salary. Okay, so just employee salary versus their peers' salary. Okay, good deal. So that's what we're gonna do. Compare each employee's salary with the average salary of the corresponding department. So what we're probably gonna do first is group the departments, then aggregate each department's salary average, and then compare each individual within their um, specific departments, their employee, their salary compared to the average. So this one says create a new column that contains the average per group using mean within the transform function to recombine the mean values to the grouped value. Okay, so it looks like if based on this instruction, we're going to work backwards. We need to first group the values, and that value being department name. Once we have a group, then we will add a dot mean function. Then we will transform. And then after that, it says use column names to return a specific column to the data frame. Okay, so let's do employee. Good, I'm glad they have a simple table name. Employee. Let's say group, because this is not the final data frame. Equals employee dot group by. then the column name being department. Let's try it out. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's do this. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. I cannot remember the syntax for group bys, even though I use group by all the time. Let's do pi data. Oh, I don't need to do that. Group by column. Oh, I need a. No, that's my DF dot group by column. What's the issue? Dot group by column name. These all have some sort of operation at the end, but I'm not trying to dot size, maybe? Just print out the table. No. Interesting. Create a new column that contains average salary per group by using dot me. Let's do salary. What's the title? Salary. Dot mean. And it'll aggregate on this column because this one's integer and this is string, so it's not going to do an operation on this column. Let's give this a go. Oh no. It did it on every column that is an integer. That's not what we want. Create a new column. And they called it average salary of the department. Interesting. Python pandas. New column equals this times. Okay, so that's what I'll do. I'll group. I guess I'll worry about grouping later. First, we will do this. Air quality is employee. The column that needs an operation done on is called salary. Lowercase salary equals employee. Or we know the new. Hold on. The new column name. Because we're saying this new column is equal to employee salary. We're not doing multiplication, we're just doing dot mean. So this column is pointed at this column, and this column spits out the average of the values in this column. Let's see. Employee is better, right? So okay, let's assume that is right. Then we need to, within the transform function, to recombine the mean values to the grouped values. Okay, Okay, so I guess transform is saying, oh, this is, okay, this is the mean on every salary, regardless of the breakdown of departments, because I have not yet defined, or I guess I have not yet partitioned those sections. So let me look up that transform super quick. Transform. NumPy dot square root NumPy dot exponents. Interesting. Data frame size equals this type length. No. When to use transform. I don't need to know when I'm instructed to use transform. They've got an array. They've got 3 columns. And they're saying apply Python's transform function. So zeros. I guess they multiply those values by 10. Here we have a data set about department store. This is a desired output. Okay, good. So they've got this purchase column would act as salary. And then they did a mean on the, use group by followed, using group by followed by merge. There are multiple approaches to do this. Approach 1, using group by followed by merge. I will use this one. So in the user ID column, so column 1, column 2, dot name, user ID, and then purchase. So for us, it'll be first name, maybe this, dot group by, and then it'll be first name, salary of employees. Maybe we need this step because this one's doing aggregate on every salary, but now we're saying do it within their smaller groups. So it's department. Group by department. And we're doing it on no. Equals employee. Don't group on because that's the original table name. Oh, that's unfortunate. Who are they merging with? How do they have one table? Or do they have multiple? Hold on. They just have this table. User ID, product ID, purchase. Okay, so from this table, they were able to split it into this, apply it to this, and combine. So they sectioned this off into, oh, okay, based on user ID 1101, and then all their purchases, user ID 210, okay. So then, it'll be department salary. Is there a department ID? Doesn't matter. Department is fine. Okay. Dot main. How many departments were there anyways to start with? Sales management. Let's. Okay, I think we're on the right track, but let me print out the table to make sure that there are only 3 departments. We got sales management, audit. Okay, that's fine. That's reassuring because that means we have aggregated correctly. Ooh. No, what did I do? Like this. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this so it's not confusing. But I need to rename salary as whatever the output was. They called it average salary. Okay. Dot rename username. Oh, username. Okay. So we called it this average salary. Okay. Dot reset index. Let's see. Department average salary. Wonderful. Now we need to we need to bring back the names because we have department, we have we need to bring in employee names as well as their individual salaries. Okay, so this is good. Aggregate salary per depth within depth, not within. That sounds better. Now we will show employee names and their salaries. And first name, salary, employee. Okay, so let's see how they use a transform. Using merge function to recombine. Data frame 1 is equal to data frame dot merge main purchase. How do we combine this data back to the original data frame? We'll be using the merge function for this task. You can read more about the joins and merges in Python paragraphs here respectively. equals, okay, let's do this one. Approach 2. We've got data frame user mean. So for us it'd be employee salary average equals employee dot group by so user ID will repeat department and then salary. Salary. Actually, this might output the same thing as what this did. Just instead of using, I didn't use merge. I'm confused. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's merging on itself. Hold on. Let's just chuck this out and then do this. We'll say employee clean equals employee group, which is the table we just worked on, and on itself. Data. Employee. Oh, this would be just an employee. Let's see. Okay, much better. Much better. I see. Okay, so it's, wow, okay. That makes sense now. I created a new table based off of the original table, and in the original table I said to basically rearrange the contents in this way. And while you're doing that, go ahead, aggregate on the conditions I gave, which was salary within the respective departments. Now we are merging this new table I made with the original table to bring back, to maintain the new changes, new updates, which is right here, average salary, along with the contents of the original. Oh, okay, I see. So that, of course, brought in first name and salary of employees. Now I just need to gut out literally everything. So the expected output has department. I'm just going to paste these columns here again. These are the expected columns. employee final. Let's call that employee final equals employee clean. I guess keep columns panels. Double square brackets. Alrighty, double square brackets. And now the column names, department, first name, salary. This is individual salaries. And average salary. Okay. Now print employee final. Employee final. Run. Good. We have department, first name, salary, average salary. Let's compare that with the expected. We've got sales, max, 1,300. He's not too far off from the average salary. Okay. Let's see. They have. Oh, I have all my. Interesting. I don't know if this is gonna upset the all required column. I don't know if I need to sort in a certain order. Compare each employee salary with the average salary of the corresponding department. I'll put the department first name, salary of employees along with average salary. Okay. This might upset the system because I have all my departments grouped together. So if it doesn't accept, I'm going to be pleased because just checking, spot checking, mine does match up with theirs. So Jennifer, 1,000, 1,336.36. Yeah, that matches. George is in management. George is down here. And it's 100K and 175K. Okay. It's not going to be. Oh, it did accept it. Wow. Amazing. Yes. Solved.